Judy Bradley from the Icelandic Canadian Throne to present to Sheila Behan and Linda Hammersley.
Good evening, Mr. President, First Lady, everyone. I'm very pleased that you're all here. First of all, it's my privilege to make honors to two people in our club. We have a very active club, and by an active club, I mean everybody participates. So it's always difficult to make choices. But we have two very deserving members this evening. So I'd like to begin with Sheila Behan. Sheila's been a board member of the Icelandic Canadian Throne for over a decade. And right from the start, Sheila has been active in the organization, supporting her Icelandic culture, and she's been supporting her Icelandic culture and her heritage. She is following in her grandfather's footsteps, who was a part of the first INL committee in 1919. After her father, Robert Godfrey, died, Sheila began to research her family tree and took Icelandic lessons to help in this endeavor. As she learned more about her heritage, Sheila, who was already a volunteer at the Irish Pavilion during Folklorama in Winnipeg, decided to support the Icelandic Pavilion instead. As well, continuing to help at Folklorama, Sheila worked regularly at the Icelandic Canadian Throne brunches. She bakes and sets up cookie decorating for the children's Christmas party annually. She prepares coffee for the Icelandic language classes in which she participates. She helps with the Quinnilope, our annual women's walk in June, and other activities of the club. Sheila is also the hospitality chair for the Jón Sigurðsson chapter IODE, where she ensures that for all meetings and lunches, there's coffee, juice, snacks, etc., all set out and ready for us to go. She contributes to the bake table and often has knit or crocheted items for various Icelandic groups. At the Scandinavian Center, she volunteers each Friday at the Norwegian lunches where many of the 5 Nordic clubs meet. She regularly volunteers at Viking School, which was just a week or two ago, where school-aged children in grade 3 and 5 attend the Scandinavian Center to learn more about a day in the life of being a Viking as part of the school curriculum. Her school volunteering has extended to working with mentally challenged children in the Winnipeg School Division, a nursery school, and through Parks and Recreation. Sheila is always willing to lend a helping hand and is so well deserving of this INL Honorary Life Award. Sheila and her husband Norm are proud parents and grandparents of 2 children and 2 grandchildren. You're very deserving, Sheila. Our second member is Linda Hammersley, who has always immersed herself in the Icelandic heritage and culture, searching for her genealogy, and visiting Iceland twice to connect with her relatives. Growing up in Reykjavik, Manitoba, and then Burnie, her first language was Icelandic. Today, she preserves her Icelandic language skills through the classes of the Icelandic Canadian Throne. Having taken business administration work as a farmer and teacher's aide, when she retired and moved into Winnipeg over a decade ago, Linda became very involved in the Icelandic institutions in the city. The Icelandic Canadian Throne, the Lower King Springla, and the Solsiken Choir. After the financial crisis in 2008, when the funds were tight and the Love Bear was having difficulty, Linda filled in the void caused by the loss of the administrative assistant due to budget cuts. She has volunteered 3 full days a week since then to do the work of the administrative assistant and receptionist. This is typical of Linda. Quietly, behind the scenes, she makes a huge contribution to the newspaper, including going on the road in rural areas to promote the LH and helping with the golf tournament and at Losano and at the Assembly Gathering. Linda also has served as a board member of the Icelandic Canadian Throne for the past 10 years, organizing the Sunday brunches, including the Icelandic Heritage Brunch. She sat on both the 2014 INL convention and the 2019 convention anniversary committee taking place right now as the registration chair. Any activity that the Throne organizes, including Thorblot, the Quinalogue, socials, wine tastings, parties, Linda lends a helping hand. And when Linda has some spare time, she sings in the Soul choir, sorry about that, which performs at various Icelandic events such as the June 17th celebrations, providing the community with the traditional Icelandic songbook. Linda is truly a hidden treasure in the Icelandic North American community. Congratulations, Linda.